guys, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're coming back once again, welcome back. And for all those who are new, make sure to subscribe, and even if you're coming back again, subscribe if you haven't. And for today, I'm in the kitchen and we're gonna be making some banana bread and dinner, which is chicken and maybe spaghetti. And yeah, I decided to bring you guys along and let's do this. The ingredients I'm be using for today is baking soda. I've got baking powder over here. I've got original vanilla bean pastes, cinnamon, normal sugar. I've got brown sugar. I've got 2 bananas, not very ripe, but they're ripe. I know some people are used to the ones that are very ripe. I'm okay with this. I literally made banana bread last week and it was perfectly okay with this kind of banana. So I'm sorry, but I'm not I'm not using the very ripe bananas. This is gonna do. And also I have plain flour, and last week I used a recipe from YouTube and the banana bread came out so great. I'm gonna try and leave the link for that recipe in the description, or maybe the YouTube video. You guys can watch it after you finish this video. And yeah, it's just literally a 3-minute video and it was so amazing, and almost everyone in the comment section from that video was saying how good it was. So I was like, this is the one recipe I'm going with, because there's so many recipes on YouTube on how to make a banana bread, and since it was my first time, I decided to follow the one that everyone's commenting that everything turned out great. And today I'm gonna be using the same recipe from last week, but now I'm gonna be bringing you guys along and hope it turns out great like last week. And the good thing with this whole thing is that I'm already used to baking. If you know me from the beginning of when I used to make baking videos, baking is kind of my thing. I already know. So even in the measurements, some of them is like 1 teaspoon. I'll literally do it with my eyes because I just know. I don't know how, but I just know. But yeah, so if you see me using a teaspoon without using a teaspoon, that's literally why. And yeah, last week I just kind of did the same thing and things turned out great. So yeah, let's do this. And I'll be using my iPad just in front of me to follow the recipe. And yeah, let's do this. So I'm just gonna mash the 2 bananas. I know I didn't start the video like on my iPad, but there's some stuff I remember from what she did. Oh, I forgot. I think another thing on my recipe is milk. Yeah, milk. I'll bring milk later. So I just mash my banana now until it's very mushy. So after doing this, I'm now gonna add the half a cup of melted butter. I just melted my butter in the microwave. So this is my half cup of melted butter. I'm just gonna add it inside. I'm going to continue mixing until it's all combined nicely. So next I'm going to put in brown sugar. I'm gonna take a cup. So this is half a cup, but for the brown sugar I'll only put almost like a quarter. This is too much. And also sugar is to your liking, so you can change the measurements. So like last time I didn't put like the whole thing like the video said. because it would have been too sweet. So the brown sugar, I'll put this to make this okay, and then I'll add the normal sugar. The normal sugar is meant to be half a cup. I'll also not put the whole thing. I'll just take almost full, which is not too bad. Yeah, we don't want it to be too sweet because we're trying also to make a healthy banana bread, so not too much sugar anyway. So I'm gonna mix all my ingredients together. I also forgot in this recipe we've got 2 eggs. I'm just gonna go get 2 eggs. Gonna keep on mixing. I feel like adding more sugar, just a little bit. I'll add more of the brown sugar. It's just me, but not really necessary. I'm gonna mix until it's looking better than it is. So next is to add half a cup of milk. Just gonna use this same cup. This is a third of a cup. Oh, I actually didn't realize I took the third one. Oh, interesting. So let's take 1, 2, a little bit. I just realized that I have a third of a cup and the sugar measurements were half a cup, so I added a little bit more now. I didn't check nicely, but it's a third of a cup. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep on mixing. And also for the milk, as much as it said half a cup, for me I feel like with the consistency in the end, you can add more milk. That's what I did last time when I was seeing that my consistency was not that good. So as much as it said half a cup, I'm always like open to add more if depending on how things go. But for now, it's just okay to have what we have. So after the milk, this is vanilla bean paste that I have. I'm just gonna put it to my liking. It says 1 teaspoon, but I like to taste the vanilla in the cake, so I'm just gonna put enough for my liking. Oh, this thing's not opening. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Just gonna mix it. Okay, and then I think now after mixing all this, I think it's now time for the dry ingredients. I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of flour, some cinnamon powder, baking soda, and baking powder. So yeah, for this I'll have to take the actual cup. So now I'm gonna be adding my flour. It's just 1.5 cups, so this is like 1, 2. So since this is half a cup, I'll do 3. So that's 1, and this is the half. So that's 1.5 cups. And then I'm supposed to put baking soda. Okay, baking soda, I'll put just a little bit, like a teaspoon. Okay, baking powder, a teaspoon as well. Just gonna measure with my eyes though. I'm just gonna put a little. Yep. And then we've all got cinnamon. Cinnamon, it said a little bit, but I like cinnamon, so we're gonna go all out. Yep, I want to taste it in the cake. So cinnamon, lots of it, to your liking, in my opinion. I haven't followed the recipe here, just doing me. So yeah, and also for the flour, you can like sieve it and like just get the air out, air it. I don't know what's that, but yeah, but it helps. But for me today, I just wanted to go straight to it, so I'm gonna mix it all up. I'm just doing this to mix it properly. Nothing new here, just mixing. And after this, actually I'm going to go and set the oven, preheat the oven at 180 degrees, so that by the time I'm done mixing, which is going to be too long, it's gonna be ready. So yeah, let's just make sure everything is mixed well. For me, I feel like this consistency is good as long as it's not too thick, not too runny. I think it's great. So yeah, I don't know. Let me just look at the recipe and see if they added how the consistency was, because so in the recipe it's a bit runny, so I'm just going to add a little bit of milk. That's why I was saying with the milk, it depends with how your flour is looking in the end. So as much as I put what I did, it's okay to add a little bit, and as you continue to make sure everything is okay. I think this is fine. It's ready to go in the oven. And also I'm thinking I don't want this video to be too long for you guys, so I'll post the dinner video in the next video after this, so make sure to go there and cook dinner with me, because I don't want this video to be too long. So let this video just be the banana bread. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. This is great. Yeah, I think it's okay. Not too thick, not too runny. I think that's fair. So I'm going to grease this pan. Just gonna use some butter. I'm just gonna grease all around before I put the baking. I put this in. We are not wasting anything. We are not wasting anything. Scraping everything, scraping it all. So this is ready to go to the oven. I'm gonna put this inside the oven for 40 to 45 minutes for about 180 degrees Celsius. So my oven is already preheated, and yeah, let's see the cake in a few.